Chazal towards the end of Maseches Megillah are teaching us, if an individual hakoire beloi leimo v'sheine beloi zimro, if an individual is studying or learning without a melody, hakosu v'omer lo gam ani nosati lochem chukim asher lo tevim, that although he is involved in studying, but nevertheless you cannot call it sweet study, you cannot call it good study, not something that brings him obvious to eles. Generally, divrei Torah noitreikin hein nidroshim and miklal lav hashemia hein, and therefore the concept of shiro, the concept of zimro, not only was it accepted, but it was encouraged. And in fact, we know from the Nach, Tahir v'hei kemenagen, kenagen amenagen v'ti olav ruach Elokim. And Chassidus even magnifies it and explains that the individual, when he sings, he basically expresses a song is kulmus hanefesh. It bechol, in every type of song, hadvorim amurim, alachas kamo v'kamo, those nigunim hamechuvonim asher yesidoisam behar kodesh. And therefore, in such an important Choshev event of Gemara Shem Torah that we have gathered here today, just a great privilege for us to have our musician Rabbi Yoshua Lapner being accompanied by the Bocher Atomi Shneur Zalman Ackerman. It's always customary to start with a Milsud Ibn. So the story goes about a sharp yeshiva bochel that his teacher was asking him a question. How come throughout the Shas very frequently used the question after we find any type of machloikes? So the first comment that the Gemara would say, "My time at the Tanakame." What is the reasoning behind the story of Tanakame? How come the Gemara never asks, "My time at the Tane Basra"? So he says, immediately, the question is not really a question. Tane Basra, he doesn't need a reason to say why he was positioning a certain way, because just the fact that the previous Tane said one way, it already gives him a reasoning to say the opposite. But the question, but the Tanakame, the person who said without any type of response, without reacting to any previous comment, then Take has a mokim, has a place that says, "My time." What is the reason? And therefore, always, when it comes to any type of event, so we are privileged to start the event with the Tanakame, the first, and again in the spirit of the Rambam is a Roshei Tevis, also Oish Medabrim Bezeh HaMokim. In our place, we have the privilege to honor the Mored Asre, which always it is customary to tie it to the Parsha of the week. We know that right now we're starting the 32nd cycle of Limud HaRambam, and the word 30 seconds is again late. And in our parsha, the theme of our parsha, Me'esh Kol Ish Asher Yidvenu, again Liboy, the word Liboy, the word is second, the 32nd cycle Yidvenu Liboy, and in our case, the Moed Asre is really encouraging people to have the Nedibus Halev, to increase in Torah, in Shiuri Torah, in Maisim Tovim, and Bichlal in the spirit of Kiddush Faith. So, Kvod Arav, Arav Agoyen, Arav Chosid, Arav David Shochat, Chavod.
Can start with saying Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov with the Siyum. On the way end of the Shabbos, Shas, from the Gemara Nide, the last word is Tonen de Velio, Kol HaShoyne Alochis B'chol Yoim, Mufta V'Shu Ben Olam Habo. You say this every day in the davening. Whoever learns Torah, learns Halacha b'chol yom, is assured to be a ben olam haba. Shem alichas oil lo yadiku alichos el halachis. Question obviously is, that's all. We say in Pirkei Avos, Kol Yisrael yesh mechelet b'olam haba. So what is the chidush when you learn halachos b'chol yom? That is a ben olam haba. So, but it's a big difference to have a chelek in olam haba or be a ben olam haba, a olam haba yid. With the learning from every day, you are a ben olam haba yid. It's not just a chelek. The Rebbe underlines, he says, wherever it says, Al Tikro, don't read this way, but you can read that way. And this doesn't mean he shoilet the first pshat, the pshute shel mikro. There's a difference. Halichos oilom means the way of the world. Gashmis. The other pshat, halacha is, there we speak not of this world, but of the Lamab. And he says both go together. Halichos oilom loy, halichos and halachos, because you have to practice in action what you learn. Agaponim, those that learn Rambam, every day, is showing halachos b'chol yom. What does it mean it goes together? The Gemara in Avodah Zorah tells us a story. The Gemara tells us Keshecholo Rabbi Yossi ben Kismo. When Rabbi Yossi ben Kismo was once sick. Who was Rabbi Yossi ben Kismo? We don't find him in any Mishnah. The only way that we remember him is from Pirkei Avos, the 6th Perek, Reisa. Rabbi Yossi ben Kismo was an unusual tzaddik. In the Agode we hear from him how he told once the Talmidim, they asked him, when comes Mashiach? And he said, you see this gate here? When this will fall down and it will build again, it will fall again, and it will build again, and Mashiach will be here. Talmidim asked him, even Moifes, prove it. So he said, when I'm right, the river here shall turn into blood. And instantly it turned into blood. Moifes, Baruch HaKodesh. Another time the Haggadah tells us, two Tanoim were fighting in the Beis HaMedrash. Each one was pulling the Sefer Torah one way, the other way, and they tore the Sefer Torah. Rabbi Yossi will be very surprised, since you were in Kas, even the Shem Shemayim, if this Beis HaMedrash will not turn one day in a Beis Avodah Zorah. Another wondrous thing is told about him. It's important to know, to give a little depth to what the Gemara here tells us. He was sick, and Rabbi Hanina ben Tradi came to visit him. And the conversation is very strange. Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma said to him, this nation, the oppressor that are here, heaven made them rule. A proof, they were successful in destroying the Beis HaMikdash, they were successful in killing out the best, they were successful in what they do. Without a Siyata Dishmaya, the world would not have been successful. And therefore, Hanino, my brother, I hear about you, that you are underground, learning with Eden Torah, to gather them as a Torah is in your lap, and you defy the degree that they said not to study Torah. Strange complaint. Hanina ben Tradi answered this, with a Shemai Berachamim. Heaven shall have mercy on me. What can I do? I have to stick to them. So Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma says, I speak to you divrei tam, reason, and you say the Shamayim Shalachim, I will be very surprised when your end will not be that they will burn you to get them in the Sefer Torah. What does it mean? He knows who Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma was. He knows now, at that moment, He will die al Kiddush Hashem. For Torah. He knows by himself he will not give up his derech. He will continue to study Torah. So it's very strange, the next question. He asks, Rabbi, heich ani le olam habo? Will I have olam habo? And Rabbi Yosef ben Gismo is very strange to answer. He doesn't say, sure, don't worry. He said, Klum meise boliot. Klum meise boliot. Cannot tell you. Is any action, any special thing that happened to you? And Rabbi Chanir ben Drana says, yes, not long ago, I had Moish Purim, for Sudas Purim for Daniel, got mixed up in my money, and I gave everything away to Daniel. How much money did he carry? They didn't have at that time checks. They didn't have at that time paper money. So it coins. How much could he carry in his pocket? $1,000. It's a lot, $1,000. So Rabbi Yosef ben Gisma said, if so, if that happened to you, I wish that your chelik is my chelik. I wish to have a chelik from your olam habo. I wish to have a chelik in your Torah. And that happened not long after that. Gisma passed away, and by the Levaya came all the Choshev of Rome, and they caught Rabbi Hanina ben Tradin, and they burned him together with the cemetery. So what is here the whole Shakle Betalio? What is Klum Meise Boliot? So the Mashor and the Meforshim say, Paul, that bring down for Rav Huna, the one that says, Eidli and a Torah, is Eidli a Torah Eidli. The one that says, it has only Torah, Ki ilu lo eilu eloka, it's like he has no God. When we say that Halichas Oidam Loya, Adik Halichas El Alochis, that is two aspects. The Rebbe points out the Even HaBoichim, the testing stone. If a person learns it's Torah, or it's only a honor to learn Torah, is if the person becomes a better person. If the person becomes a better person in daily life, even is mirrored, with the Chasodim, in Anhoge, in aspect, in daily life, how he conducts himself. When the Rebbe gave us a derech to learn Haloche Bechol Yoim, and as you look, when you look in the Alter Rebbe Shulchan in Yichas Talmud Torah, Eid is a chiyuv to learn Kol HaTorah Kula. And who can learn Kol HaTorah Kula? There's so many difficult parts. In Rambam, is the only sefer that we learn Kol HaTorah Kula. All the halachas are covered there. Taro, Tumo, the Beis Hamikdash, all the idionim are covered there. There's no aspect in the Torah that he lets out. Even though we learn not so deep, but we cover it. And the Chazal say, it brings down the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Yichas Talmud Torah, ein Shikron nit nikisel over when we are Olam HaBoim, we came on Olam HaEmes, they will remind us, each one has brought his in. So there we say, indeed, a simcha. The simcha is not only for those that learn, the simcha is for every Jew. When the Gemara says in Tainis, L'roya Yom Tovim Yisrael, Chamish Osam B'Ov, is the final aspect that the Gemara mentions is they finished with the mitzvah. They brought the eitzim to the Marach. And even though not everybody brought, the simcha to be part of that, the simcha that the other Jew finished, did a mitzvah gdoilo, participating, for them actually should not learn out, when an other Jew does a mitzvah, it's a mitzvah to rejoice with him together.